So you need more than calendar and email to keep all your stuff together, okay? You need to have a place where you can refer back, where you can keep contact information. You need to have a place where you can mobilize your team so you can tell other people what to do. I've spoken with a couple of you on here, and you said, you know, I don't have a team, I don't have anybody to help me, and I'm trying to run this thing by myself, and but you're kind of all over the place, right? And the truth of the matter is, if you had a team, you wouldn't even know what to tell them to do. So we want to get you organized so you can be in a good position to receive the blessing of help, right? Because you got to know where to place people when people do come. How about that? So we plan, we walk by faith, right? Not by sight. So I planned to have an enormous team before I had a team. And so I'm going to make sure I have the things in place so that I can mobilize my help when my help comes. Okay, that's for those that are still kind of growing. For those of you that have a team, emailing and all those things back and forth, that kind of gets confusing after a while. So I'm going to show you our actual board. Actually, it's a duplicate of my board. It's a sample board that I'm going to use for this demonstration. Okay, like I said, this whole contracts and conversations, it's all a part of Mission 500K. You've been here all week. You know exactly what Mission 500K is. It's not an income goal. Mission 500K is not an income goal. This is our mission to teach 500,000 small businesses how to succeed in the federal marketplace without writing proposals, right? And so as part of that, I help you with tools to build your business as well. When you're a part of the Mission 500K community, you get all of this. I can answer one big question right now. Will there be a recording? No. I'm sorry. Yes, there will be a recording for those that are in my Mission 500K community. Okay, that's how that goes. And so we teach on government contracting, but also things to help build your business. Our last couple of contracts and conversations, we've had Quinn Conyers. She talked about turning your conversations into cash. We had Coach Benita Williams, overcoming stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. So again, we don't just help you with your contracting business because, you know, we want to make sure that you're good. We want to make sure that you, the business owner, you're taken care of. Address your BS with Coach AM, BS being blind spots, belief systems, bank statements, all the stuff. Federal contracts for barbers and cosmetologists. So we told you all about that, right? That was another one. We did 5 ways to use a federal forecast and free resources to support your business. So this is just a part of the series. Goal setting and certifications we've done. We've had all kinds of stuff, okay? But Mission 500K, for those that are new, it is a community. It is where we have a host of students that are growing together in the federal marketplace. We pursue opportunities that are under the simplified acquisition threshold primarily, but I do help my students with price proposals and things like that if that's what they need. At the end of the day, it's community encouragement and accountability, and I definitely invite you to join us in Mission 500K. Okay, what you're looking at right now is a benefit of being connected to us. We opened it up to the public so that you can get a peek inside, okay? But this is what we do in the community. All right, and usually it's on a meeting, so I could actually see faces and stuff. But since we have a lot of people, we're going to be on the webinar. All right, we're going to dive in. But if you want more about Mission 500K, you got to go to mission500k.com. Okay.
Serena, real quick.
Yep.
2 people had just asked, can you also mention the other software?
No, no, I'm only playing. Sure, I will. So we use Asana, and then we also use Monday.com. And Jasmine is our resident Monday.com expert. Okay, so Monday.com is the other place that we use. So we are going to go to Asana. That is real simple. It's just Asana.com. How many of you are using Asana at this time? How many of you are using Asana at this time? Answer me in the chat. I'm just gonna look. First time 2 days. Speaker. Thank you guys so much. You practice sewing and reaping, yes, sir. All right. I'm trying to get to. Uh, okay. 13 messages. This chat is going so fast. Jasmine, you might have to read it to me. Okay, yes, not yet, not yet, not yet. Okay, I see it. No, we use Asana, we use it, we never heard of it. Oh, this is so fun. Yes, okay, got it now. All right, so one of the first things that you should know is when you join Mission 500K, you get access to two courses. One of them is the Federal Accelerator, and I'm just going to tell you this up front. The reason why I'm telling you this is because some of the stuff we won't be able to go like all the way into today, but I have a whole Asana boot camp baked into the courses that my students have access to. So some of my students are on here, and they're on here for the refresher, right? But once you get into the course, like once you get into Mission 500K, you get access to all of this that's here, right? This course, this federal accelerator course has an Asana boot camp right at the beginning, because I believe before we start talking about contracts, we got to get you organized. Okay, so there's a whole section in the course about this. So just FYI. All right. So when you go to Asana, it's just asana.com. The thing about it is, if you have a Gmail, you're going to have a different experience than if you use a domain name for your company. Okay. So that's one thing to know right off the bat. Don't use your Gmail. If you have a even if you have Gmail for business, right, and it's linked to Gmail, you want to be using your company's domain name at the end, because it's going to automatically give you more of a business experience than just an everyday experience, right? Your get started is just like you get started with anything else, right? That's what it is. I'm going to skip a lot of this and just go into my board for sake of time, because I'm not going to be with y'all all day today. Just got a little bit of time to show you this, okay? So you're going to start right here, though. So that's the first tip. Use your company name, your at company name. If you don't have an at company name, you need to just get that. That's, GoDaddy.com, $7.99. Buy your domain, okay? So here's what it looks like to set up a new board. So I'm in our Asana right now, but as you see, I mean, I have a team, I have people, we have lots of stuff going on. Oh, it's telling me to log in again because I think I logged out for your sake. Let me just move this over. Okay. So when I go to Asana.com, it takes me right to my boards typically. Oh, I logged out for you. Okay, so I'm going to log back in. Right, so I'm going to log into my Asana board, and you'll see we have a lot of stuff. My stuff is broken down over to the left by company and things like that. Yeah, mine's are broken down by company and all of this standard setup stuff. You have to do that on your own. I'm going to show you how to do a functioning board for keeping track of your contracts and your opportunities, right? So the plus mark everywhere means something new, right? I'm going to do a new board. I'm going to create something that's brand new, a new project, a new task, a new message, a new team, a new invite. So here we work in projects, okay? So when you come to Asana to set this up, you're going to be setting up a blank project. This is how you get the kind of board that I'm about to show you. So I call it an opportunity board because that's just the way we do it. And this is demo. I'm gonna do live demo so nobody gets confused. And you can do list format, board format. All of these are great, and you can view them in different ways if you want to. But I'm going to show you a board, okay? I'm going to show you a board real quick. And so this is what it's going to look like when it's blank, Okay, live demo board up here. You have all these different options here. None of them mean anything to you right now, and it's okay. But you get to set up what you want these top these labels to be. You get to set up what you want these labels to be. For the board that I'm going to show you, I recommend that you do board view instead of list view, and I'm about to show you exactly why. Here's where it gets exciting. So check out my sample board here. Okay, now I have my students set up their columns so that it creates a process and it keeps you organized. So we're going to start over here at the beginning. Resources. In the course, you get a ton of resources, right? So I give a ton of my templates, a ton of my spreadsheets, my stuff. I give you my stuff. And then things that we found, right? We scour the whole internet for you so that you don't have to keep looking all over the place to find this stuff, right? That's what we do. And so that's one of the benefits to being connected to the Mission 500 community. We've done the work for you. So resources should have a column and you should be able to put those things all here. So what's a resource? This is a sample template. This is something that you get in the course, right? When you are a part of our group, you get this sheet called a quick reference password sheet. This is to keep all your stuff in order, okay? Because we need order, right? So this is a quick reference sheet, something you can have very fast. And that way, if you give somebody on your team something to apply for, everything is really simple, really easy to find, okay? So your registrations, your usernames and passwords. We use a system called LastPass to keep that together too. But your contact people at the different agencies if you're working with them, and then additional information. But again, when you come to your board, it's always here. It's always located right here, okay? And let's say I wanted to communicate with somebody on my team. Like I want to say, hey, Jazz, please update this sheet, add phone number, add phone for Greg, right, at SBDC, right? Now what that creates, hey Jasmine, it'll be cool if you go in here and actually answer me so that people can see it live. I know I got you doing a lot of things, you manning the chat and everything else. I think
I'll
Tiffany.
do it. Hold on.
Okay, I think Tiffany's in a venue doing something. We can have a whole conversation here, right? And this keeps me from having to email Jasmine 4,200 times per day, right? We can just have a conversation, and guess what our conversation is about? It's only about this right here, this baby. That's it. It's only about that. And so this keeps, again, your conversations even organized, right? We have a thing called the traction challenge. I'm not going to go through all of these, but we have a traction challenge and it's another worksheet. It's another thing to help you gain traction. Some of my students that are on here, you need to get back to your traction challenge. Yeah, you need to get back to the traction challenge so that you can gain traction, right? So our traction challenge helps us to gain traction, and it has a bunch of different things that I tell you to do about your D.I.B.S, your forecast targets, and your purchase card holders, and all of that stuff, right? And I tell you, how many of each I want you to find, and all of that wonderfulness. Jasmine didn't respond yet. Okay, so that's the traction challenge. So these are all resources. Over here, you see I have traction challenge because these are actually the parts of the traction challenge. So one of the things we have to do is, for example, find 5 agency D.I.B.S, right? That's the Office of Small Disadvantaged Business Utilization in government contracting. So this is not just for government contracting, but we're talking to mostly government contractors right now. So one of the tasks of the traction challenge, we created a card for it right here. See that? Now Dina, excuse me, one sec. Dina created this. And then she also in the description put her letter. This is our form letter. It's a template letter that we send. And we're Highmark. This is what we do. This is how we do it. Da 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 da. And then so we all know what her letter looked like. And then we, as part of the Traction Challenge, we identify our top 5 targets for what we do, our top 5 agencies, I'm sorry, for what we do. And so we find the D.I.B.B. office at each one of these agencies. I hope you guys are still with me. I know this is a lot. If you have questions, put it in the Q&A so we don't miss it in the chat. Okay, if you have questions, Q&A instead of the chat. Chat is for say amen, okay? And oh wow, I didn't know that. That's what that's for. So these are our targets, right? But look at how cool this is. These are subtasks. And I'll do this from scratch. I'm just showing you right now. These are our subtasks. So Department of Veteran Affairs is one of our agencies. It's one of the agencies that we desire to do business with. So Dina went out and found who the contact person is. Now, why is this important? Because we've identified our top 5 agencies, when other things come up and we see, wow, that's at the Department of Veteran Affairs, we saw that we didn't know about this opportunity, or we have questions or whatever, we go right back to our board and guess who we calling? Serena. Call her, right? And so we also go to the forecast and we see if there are opportunities on the forecast. Boom, here was one on the forecast that we found, and we created a task for it. So again, I'm just showing you how this keeps your stuff organized, right? In a card, okay? The next thing, let's see, Department of Education, for example. All right, these are the 2 folks, the D.I.B.B. office. Boom. This is a forecast opportunity that we found there. If I wanted to, let's say if I wanted to go here, sorry, if I wanted to go here and I wanted to assign something to someone, this is where I would do it. I would assign something to my team or create a due date. It's not really relevant here because this is more informational, right? More informational. My sources sought opportunities. This is all part of the Traction Challenge. This whole column is about a Traction Challenge, okay? But here's what's dope. The current opportunities, let's say, and even government contracting or not, if you have a photography job, right? I got a photography job for the Hunter wedding. I don't care. That's what it can be, right? It can be for whatever you want. You create the task. But these were new opportunities. Where did these opportunities come from? Let me show you something. Let me show you something, show you something. Who knows that? Where's that from? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you how you get a task in there. Okay? Again, these are all resources that we use, all resources that we teach on. So I'm going to go to one of my opportunities here. Let me just pick one. Business operations support. Let's say this is an opportunity, right? I want to view the solicitation. It's going to take me out to Sam. You guys are already familiar with Sam, right? But look at this. I would take this opportunity right here, business opportunity. I copy this. Oh, sorry. I copy this. I go back to my Asana board, right? I'm creating a new opportunity. So it's under opportunities. The name of this task is business opportunity support, okay? I'm going to click on it. And in the description, I'm going to kind of toggle back and forth for a second. But in the description, I'm going to actually place the link directly to the opportunity. So it's real easy for us to find. I apologize. Sorry, we had the phone in my office, people. So I put the link in the description, right? So that makes it very easy for me to find. I go back to Sam here, and there's some more information. Okay, this is a solicitation. I don't really fool with solicitations like that. Solicitation combines synopsis, absolutely, but not solicitation. But just for the sake of this, original published date is this. Um, Offers due, right? Original date offers due, boom, March 7th. So when I go back to my Asana board, I can put a due date. Of course, I'm not going to put March 7th. I'm going to put before March 7th. March 7th is a Monday. So I'll put maybe the 3rd, right? Because of the type of opportunity, I'm going to say Lee is the person on the team that handles this kind of stuff, right? So I'm going to assign it to Lee. And that's me or an assistant or whoever I have finding opportunities for me. Lee is currently asleep right now. You see, she's sleeping. She's not awake. Um, Lee is also in LA, so it's early there. Um, so I put the description now, right? So I'm just gathering all of the pertinent data, right, out of this. And I may put the whole description or some of the description. And again, this is for informational purposes. So it's not much that it's not much that I even know about this. I'm just showing you how I use it in conjunction with like Sam. Okay. So I copy that, and then I'll go back over here because that's the contact person for this opportunity. Boom. Okay. So now Lee has an idea of what this is. It's a Sam. I'm just copying in some pertinent data. And again, this works for any project, right? It's all the same. You're doing the same thing over and over again, but you're organizing your stuff so it's easy to find. I don't have to keep going out to the internet to get it, okay? So now we have some information here. Boom, here's all the stuff about it. Now Lee and I can now start communicating. Hey, I think you should involve Tina in this one, okay? That's just my thought. It's a comment to her. That's what that is, okay? Now, here's where it gets a little cooler. Because it's an opportunity, it's a current opportunity. It's not a sources sought because I do the same thing for sources sought. So we can see how many sources sought opportunities we're going after. And we can follow up. We can put dates on them and all that stuff. But what I'll do now is I'll take this card, and I've created a process where I can move this card down the line. It is assigned. It's assigned now to Lee, right? And I'm just going to show you quickly how our little process works. So it's assigned to Lee, and once Lee gets it, she can move this over to, okay, listen, we need pricing. Pricing is needed. And so it sits here until pricing is gotten. Okay. And once she gets pricing, she can come here and she can attach the pricing from whoever we got pricing from or whatever. She can add attachments. She can record a little video. All of this stuff is happening, but guess what? We're only talking about this. That's the beautiful thing. We're only talking about that, right? So it's all very organized. You can always see what's happening. And then once we get pricing, it's now ready to bid. Okay? Once we communicate more about getting the bid together, we put it over here in bid submitted. And so we're always able to keep track of what's been submitted, what's not submitted, what needs to be submitted, what's coming up, what opportunities are in the pipeline. And once it's submitted, or we might get to this step and find out that it's a no bid. Like we're not going to be able to do it for whatever the reason is. And the reason would be located within that card. Do you see that? And then, of course, if it's awarded, boom, we put it in award. If it's not awarded, it goes to not awarded. And it just works down the process. So that's how our board is set up. I'm going to take some questions, and then we'll go back to that demo board from the live demo board and just start over with sections. Your process is going to be your process for your company. This is a free tool, you guys. Okay. All right. So let's start with some questions.
There's only two questions. Do you need to have certifications in order to bid or be awarded?
No, absolutely not.
And then
One of the biggest myths in government contracting is that you have to have some kind of certification, and you do not have to. It's not absolutely required. And yeah, that'll take me into a different conversation, but no, it's not required. Go ahead.
just the other one was, where do you find price determination?
Where do you find price determination?
Yes.
I'm not sure who asked that question.
Um, Joan Taylor.
Okay, Joan, do you want to? Can you unmute her? She can ask me. All right. And how I can watch later to get the important information. Yes. So again, this is not going to be, the recording is available to those that are in our Mission 500K group. Encouraging all of you to join us, because, if I give this for free, imagine what I give in the group. We give it up. So there it is. All right. So let's go with our new board. Is this helpful so far? Let me ask you that in the chat. um and when it comes to organization, I'm gonna ask you two questions. One, is this helpful? Two, in the chat, when it comes to organization, keeping your stuff organized, what's your greatest challenge? Like, what kind of challenges are you having with keeping your opportunities organized? Okay, are you missing deadlines? Like, what's like the big challenge? Having everything in one place? Is it systematizing? What do you think is your greatest challenge right now? Overview. And I'm also looking at comments on our video on Facebook as well. Okay, systems. What else? Finding a good system until today. Okay, I'm new to this space, just want to make sure I can be successful. For sure, for sure. And there's multiple ways to be successful. Brand new, no idea where to start. Letitia, okay. Well, Letitia, you in the right place, because you joined Mission 500K, so you took a big leap, which is great, and you have a whole lesson on this that you can keep referring back to. Very much so. Okay, is responding to RFPs. Okay, I'm so excited. Good stuff. So what you want to do when you first come here, and when you first come into Asana and create whatever you want to call your board, again, I always recommend that you keep your resources here. And resources are multiple things. I mean, resources can be anything. Of course, for the people that are in my course, I recommend that you put resources that I share with you here. And resources that you find other places on the internet, right? If it's related to opportunities, then you should have a resource here for it. So I do recommend that your first column be resources. Okay. Your next column, totally up to you. If you want to do, working on it, not working on it, like, you can call these columns whatever you want them to be. In progress, complete is what they start you off with, right? But as you saw on our board, we put all of our resources kind of up front, right? So when you're doing government contracting, there's different types of opportunities that you go after. Now, my students have a traction challenge that they can be working on. And those of you that are on the that are in Mission 500K, I just did a new video yesterday with the Traction Challenge and Asana side by side, to help you again, like, just a refresh. And it's maybe 10 minutes long. I did one last night, and Jasmine is going to make sure that gets uploaded. But I did a side by side with just Asana and the Traction Challenge. Okay, so you can go back and decide on whether or not that's what you're going to work on. Okay, so Traction Challenge can go here. There's different types of opportunities that you can pursue in the government, right? So you have new opportunities, right? Then there's your forecast opportunities, meaning You've gone to the forecast and you found opportunities that are coming up in the future potentially, but you're tracking them. So you have dates in there and you have tasks in there. And then you have your new opportunities, you have forecast opportunities, and then you have things called sources sought, right? Sources sought are also known as RFIs, requests for information, right? Those that goes in another column. You may have purchase card holders. Now, if you're doing a traction challenge, you can put that here. But if you are getting to know purchase card holders, then here you go. Betsy Hammond, VA. It's my purchase card holder. Vicky from Mission 500K. Some of the students. You've been talking to Vicky, right? She's in the course. She's a purchase card holder. She's in the community, right? She's a purchase card holder. And last time when we had the contracts and conversations, she told you guys what she's buying, and she's in our community. So anyhow, our community is dope. Join Mission 500K. Another plug. Vicky, right? So you could keep track of your conversations with her, and what you guys are talking about. So you call these whatever you want, but then what's the next step? So after you find an opportunity, what's the next logical thing that you need to do? Right? That's how you set up your board to start creating a system and a process. And you may start with one process, one system, and then you may decide to go to a whole nother system or process, right? But you decide what works for you. If you want to move this down closer, move it closer down here. But what's the next logical thing to do after you get a new opportunity? After you find a potential opportunity? I'll move you. After you find a potential opportunity, next thing to do is like you got to do research or research pricing something, right? So when you get the opportunity for office chairs, okay, let's say it comes from Unison Global. Say it comes from Unison Global, another place that we talk about a lot, right? Ryan, I know you're on here. If you find stuff on hands, because she's in Hawaii, you find stuff on there, you want to be dropping that into your board, right? So let's say we found an opportunity here. And here's the other thing, by the way, if you're in Mission 500K and you don't know how to do these things, don't fret. One, those of you that have been in here for a while, you already know I'll do this with you live in our group all day until you get it. And you have recordings of the course, right? You have the course. So you can literally go to the course and click Unison Global and watch an 8-minute video and you'll know what to do. Okay. But let's just say we found something here. Okay. Right. This is for a trailer or whatever. Okay. Same thing. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to take the buy description and I'm going to plug that good baby right into my Asana board, my live demo board. So I'm going to create a new opportunity here. And maybe this says Unison Global. So I know what I found on FedBid versus what I found on sam.gov. It's all up to you. Like you can get creative with this, but this is what I'm doing. I'm just creating cards. And within that card, like, so after I do the trailer or whatever my tasks are next, okay? Because let me go back out so I don't go too fast. I just clicked on the trailer. This is now my project for this card, okay? That's what's over here. It is assigned to me. I'm working on it. It's due, I don't know when it's due. Let's just say it's due tomorrow just because, right? Whatever the description is and the link directly to it. I'm going to put all of that here, the buy description and all that. But the task, I got to call Reggie for pricing, right? This one may have asked me to attach something. I gotta update my one pager. I don't know. I'm just creating tasks. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe I have to, what else do I have to do? Order a box from Uline or something. Like these are all tasks, but you get the point. They're related to this particular opportunity only. Okay. Got, looks like there's another question in the
Yep. How likely to get bids on dibs without past performance? What should we do to increase our odds?
um how likely that's a
How likely is it to
yeah.
get bids on dibs without past performance? And what should you do to increase your odds?
First of all, you can win opportunities, get purchase orders on dibs without past performance all day long as you are quoting exactly what they asked for and your quote falls in line with history. So likelihood, yeah, you're 100% likely if you can deliver exactly what they said, exactly when they said, and for a price that is that makes sense. So yeah, I told you, yes, I told you all week that, the T and the U quotes on dibs are automated by the computer. So they don't know nothing about you except for your cage code and that you're registered in SAM. So there's not a person. Most of the stuff in dibs is not, there's not a person making the award. It's the computer that makes the award. Asana questions. Any more Asana questions?
This one, can Asana be accessed from your phone or do you always have to use your computer? You can use both.
Oh yeah, that's super. Yeah, absolutely. Your phone. Absolutely, you can definitely use your phone. And I'm gonna just stop doing that for a second. Stop sharing for just a moment. Let's see the. All right, hold on. Okay, so I'm going to go to my screen on my phone. And the dope thing is, like on the phone, it actually looks on the phone it looks really good too. And it's one of my favorite ways to go onto Asana is really honestly on the phone because you can see it really well. And of course, this is gonna make me a liar today. It's not gonna let me show you my phone screen. Maybe that's intentional, but I can share real quick. What other questions do you have about Asana or about creating this kind of a system? Airplay, share, anything? Okay.
Oh, wait, one just popped up. Are Asana and Monday.com similar?
Yep. Asana and Monday.com are extremely closely related. Monday.com has a lot more features in terms of automation. Jasmine, would you like to tell them Monday versus Asana, your top two reasons why you love it?
Yes. So Monday is a project management tool, but it's also a work operating system. So you can customize it towards your business, but it doesn't just manage projects. You can go through the whole like sales lead process. It's a CRM. You can, set up email campaigns from there. It's a whole bunch of other things that you can do to customize your business, and it's scalable as well too. So as your business scales, you can continue to build operating systems to automate your processes and things like that in Monday.com. You can also email directly from there and keep track of like all your emails through clients and all that other stuff. So I like both. Asana's best, honestly, if you're just starting out because you get more for free. Monday, depending on what you're trying to do, you will have to pay for it. But so Asana is better if you're just trying to stick with like in like the free realm. But if you're trying to create like a full work operating system and you don't have the money to get like a system like Workday or other things like that, where you can do like HR and all of that in one for your company, then Monday is a good option.
And you've heard it from the one herself. That is our ops maven, Miss Jasmine. Okay, so she knows. But this is what it looks like on your phone. Do you guys see this? You can see my phone, right?
Yes, we see it.
Okay. So this is what it looks like on your phone. So you can still do the same things, right? So you can pull up whatever you need to pull up. You can add attachments. You can view everything. You can still chat back and forth. Let's see if Jasmine ever answered me on that one I asked her about.
I
I don't.
did. My computer was moving slow, but I answered you.
Did you? I don't even remember what it
Yeah.
was, but I should get
This-
I should have a notification. And I do.
mhm.
Hold up. So if I go to my inbox or whatever, it'll tell me, um, okay, Serena Tires, my bad, slow computer, LOL, will do. So you see, that was what I sent her earlier when we were on the computer. And so I can just say, thanks, Jazz, right? And in this, the thing about this is not where me and Jasmine start a new conversation about, hey girl, did you send the Christmas card? Like this that don't have, if it doesn't have anything to do with this subject, then that conversation doesn't go here. Do you see what I'm saying? So it just keeps everything very much together. I can even email myself tasks directly from my email to my board, but that gets into some more advanced stuff. But that's it. I just wanted to introduce this to you. Like I said, there's a whole course on this that we do have. There's a whole course that we have on Asana for you, and building your pipeline and that kind of thing. So let me see what other questions you have. Do you have other questions?
There's one more. Where and how do you get an email that is not a Gmail to use in Asana?
Well, you just buy your domain. So you go to GoDaddy.com and the name of your company, you just buy your domain for $7.99 or whatever. And then you can go back to Gmail and use Gmail for business. So the back office of our company email is actually Gmail. So I'm still connected to Gmail, but it says Serena at serenaspeaks.com or Serena at the Highmark Group LLC.com. And when you do that, Asana just recognizes it as a company domain, and you get a couple benefits to doing so. But for free, you can get started. You can get started with a Gmail if you just want to build your muscle. I'm not saying not to. You can start today with Gmail. And then there are tutorials all over. There are tutorials all over YouTube. They're not Serena tutorials, but they are tutorials, you know. So let me know if you have any other questions. Again, this is part of our contracts and conversations. Our community is pretty dope, you guys, and I'm always going to keep plugging it because seriously, we are on a mission. Okay. We are on a mission, and our mission is to teach 500,000 small businesses how to succeed in federal contracting and without writing proposals. And so if somebody asks you, okay, why is Serena different from the other people that teach government contracting? It's real simple. Win contracts without proposals. That's my specialty. Okay. So I specialize in simplified acquisitions. We have some dope folks. I've called them out all week, actually. I think LaShonda is still on. She does proposals. She's the bomb at it. I don't do proposals. They make me itch. I can't do it. The way my ADHD be set up, I can't, just, I don't like it. Now I have a person on our team that does proposals, and she's really good at it. But I like you to focus on 250,000 and under. And for those that were here all week, you know why. Federal contracting can be and seem and be talked about as if it's extremely intimidating, right? And there are some aspects of federal contracting that are very, very intimidating. But the beautiful thing about government contracting is that the government buys so many different ways. And so you can literally decide today for the next 30 days, I am only pursuing purchase card holders. That's it. You can make that decision today. For the next 30 days, I'm only pursuing purchase card holders. All this other stuff is going to be here when I get to it, but I'm going to focus on one area. That's what I'm going to do. I'm finding purchase card holders. I'm calling purchase card holders. I'm inquiring with purchase card holders about what they buy. I am making friends with purchase card holders. I'm finding purchase card holders on LinkedIn. I am doing purchase card holders. That's it. Okay? And create a board that's all about your adventures with purchase card holders. You can do that. If D.I.B.S is where you want to be in D.I.B.S. But you're going to have to build relationships with OEMs. You're going to have to educate yourself about how to actually quote in D.I.B.S, right? So you would need like my D.I.B.S course. You would need to get with somebody that can hold your hand because you need to know what to do after you win an award, right? But you got to focus somewhere. And I'm telling you, many of you are just not getting results because you won't focus. You won't pick a thing and stick to it. And you have to be willing to do that. It's still early in the year. I do not want you to wake up in June and be like, oh my God, I've been running around the whole first 6 months of the year, trying to do a little bit of everything just to see where I can get a quick win. Can I tell you where you're going to get a quick win? You're going to get a quick win in the place where you stay consistent and persistent. Persistence will get you there. Consistency will keep you there. That's the same with losing weight, right? You got to be persistent to get that good weight off. Then you got to be consistent to keep the weight off. So your quick win is going to be where you quickly turn your attention to and stay there for a period of time. Right? You've got you. I told y'all I'm a hug you and her. I'm a hug you and hit you type of girl, right? A lot of you have the same to-do list for like 6 years. Still got the stuff on there. It ain't done yet. Give it up. Just pick one thing. Pick three things. Because here's the other thing. When you are all over the place and you're not seeing results, you know what starts to happen? Doubt, fear, overwhelm, stress. Now you're going to feel like a failure. Now you're not meeting your goals. Now you feel like you shouldn't have started. Now you want to go be a Walmart greeter at Walmart, right? You want to quit the business. Like, you see the cycle? So how about we just pick one thing that we're going to just commit to, okay? And then that way you don't have to be partnering with failure all the time. You commit to one thing. You can say, okay, listen, I got online today for 2 hours and I only worked on purchase card holders. Now I found me 10. Check that box off and go celebrate. You got 10 purchase card holders. That's the baby steps are still steps. Okay. So anyway, I'm sorry. Serena Moore Thomas, destroyer of comfort zones. It's what I do. I want to challenge you seriously. Because listen, your family needs you to build this business and get it done and get it done right. Okay. Your employees need you to succeed. I told you guys already, like this is what we do. I understand eat what you kill, which is why I'm so passionate about helping you to get focused. I share my stories and I share my experience so that you can know it's possible, but that's good, right? Now you know it's possible. All right, but now you have to make it happen. Like you got to put one foot in front of the other. God can't order your steps if you refuse to walk, right? So you have what it takes, boo. You absolutely do. If you're here and you found me some kind of a way, first of all, my steps are ordered. So you didn't find me by mistake. Our connection is not by mistake either. Just FYI. Okay. But anyhow, you have what it takes. You have what it takes to build an amazing business. And I thank you for allowing me to be a small part of your journey. Now, if you want to work with us, if you want accountability, if you want the encouragement, if you want to have somebody you could say, hey, I need help. If you want a community of people that understand what you're doing, what you're looking to do, get into the Mission 500K group. It's like $7 a day. And I don't even want to hear about what you can't afford. Like, seriously. And I'm not being funny or slighting anybody, okay? Money is money. It's expensive out here. I went to the store to buy some lunch meat, and they said that the ham was like 13. I mean, the turkey was like 13.99 a pound. Okay, people that make $10 an hour got to work an hour and a half to get a pound of turkey. So it's money is stretched, right? But at the same time, we at the same time, $7 a day is $7 a day. That's what it costs to be a part of my group. $229 a month. Okay, four things that people will pay you $50 for will cover your cost of admission. Oh, wait, hold on. Winning one purchase card opportunity for $500 covers your costs. Oh, wait, we also have this affiliate program. And those of you that are in the program, you're going to get new emails. If you recommend someone to Mission 500K and they sign up for the year, you get $225. We give you 10% for making a referral. You get your own referral link and you can refer as many people as you want. That's a whole full time, that's a whole part time job. If you believe in the Serena brand and the Mission 500K brand, you could just be an advocate and get a couple dollars. So we've eliminated excuses here. And that's all I got, right? So excuses are the lies we tell ourselves, so it don't have to be our fault. If you've been connected and you haven't actually spoken to me and said, Serena, yo, listen, I want to do this. This is why I can't. This is what I'm doing. Let me help you come up with a way you can, right? Because I don't even go for I can't. I told you before. I showed you the picture. This this girl right here, she don't have quit in her. She just won't quit. And that's why, that's what makes the sister a threat. She won't quit. One of my favorite quotes right here. You can cry, but don't you dare quit. That's what I was telling myself at 17, holding two babies. You can cry, Serena. That's fine. Don't you dare. Don't you dare quit. And so I'm here to be that same advocate for you. I'm here to be that same advocate for you. If you want to join us, that would be awesome. We've gone through a lot all week long with D.I.B.S and then this. Is this good? I hope y'all saying something in the chat. My last question for you is right here. I ask you all the time, are you sure you're not the weapon formed against yourself, causing yourself not to prosper? Are you sure? Are you sure? I told y'all Martin said, nah, this Martin now. Martin said, if it smell like egg salad everywhere you go, well, maybe it's you. I'm just saying, you the common denominator, right? And so we gonna work on you. And part of, listen, last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna shut up. And if there's questions, we can go. But y'all still here, so I'm gonna keep talking. Last thing though, a large part of what I do in working with you is just to help you discover what's already there, right? And so a lot of you are just, life has shaped and molded you into someone you were never really meant to be. And so you became afraid, you became full of doubt, you became fearful, you became a worry worm, you became all of that, right? Because of life and circumstances. And so a lot of what I do is help you peel back those layers so that you can just be who you were called, created, and anointed and appointed to be. That's largely what I do. And if you're supposed to succeed in government contracting, you will succeed by just being, right? I told y'all last year I stopped grinding and hustling and getting and all of that. I'm not doing all of that. I'm just gonna be. And my being attracts what belongs to me anyway. Okay. And so I want to help you build the kind of business that you're trying to build. And that's from the heart. That's all I got. Question in Mission 500K, double checking if on purchase card holders is in the course. How often is it updated? That's a great question, LaShonda. Yes, purchase card holders is in the course. In fact, we also have a segment with an actual Tanya McCrary, who she was she was a, what's it called? Program manager. And she She had thousands of purchase card holders that reported to her. She did the audits and all that. She did a segment with my students, and that's also in the course. So you can watch what she said about how to find those opportunities. But yes, that is in the course. It is updated as often as I get new information, and it's largely driven by us doing a lot of live events like this. And so, if there are things that I find out, we update it. You always, in the Mission 500K group, you always have access to the most updated version. I have a different work schedule. I work third shift. Oh, is there a way I'm able to see the course? Yeah, mission500k.com. If you go to the website and you click on it, like there's a way. I think you can just view the actual. I am going to quit writing proposals. LOL. Lashonda, you're so good at it. So yeah, there is a way to kind of see what's in the course, and you just go over to mission500k.com, go to serenathomas.com. You can go right to our teachable school, and it'll show you the syllabus, just all the things that are in there. I think I did show it the last time we were on here. Um, but here's just a sample. So when you go to Mission 500K, it's going to say you have a 3-course bundle, and these are the products that are included: the accelerator, the D.I.B.S course, and then contracts and conversations, which is where you are right now, right? And so each one of the courses, like this is the
Serena,
Excel.
real quick, it's still showing that baby.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe y'all needed to just see that baby for some more. Yeah, that baby. That baby staring y'all down. Okay, you see the course now?
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So when you go to Mission 500K and it has all access here, it's going to say you have a 3-course bundle, and it's going to show you the included products, right? Accelerator, D.I.B.S, and then contracts and conversations. If you want to do the accelerator first, it's totally up to you. It goes through SAM registration. Some of the stuff you don't need, right? If you've already done it. It's some inspiration and motivation, some toolkit stuff, the getting organized with the Asana and some of the other things. We talk about all kinds of stuff: simplified acquisitions, micro purchases. Some of them are videos, others are just definitions, things you want to know, and where to find the regulations so that you can know what you're talking about, and know what you're going after. Um, and then there's some nuts and bolts stuff like getting into your why, understanding governese. There's your capability briefing and all of that. There's reselling, what that looks like using Unison Global. So there's quite a bit. And then we go into purchase card holders here. Yeah, so there's a lot in here. There's about 6 modules, and then that GovExpert software that I use, I share that. But I'm actually in the process of updating some of it now. Just it's all good information, but I'm always kind of trying to keep it new. And then the D.I.B.S course, same thing. You have toolkits, you have all things. This is only D.I.B.S. So this is only about, here's a list of OEMs. Let's talk pricing, all of that. Understanding procurement history. So going back, showing you some of the things I did in the webinar with you. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. And then in addition to that, again, you have access to the Facebook group, right? So the Facebook group is where it goes down. Let me see. Facebook group. Yeah, the Facebook group is where it happens. Like our Facebook group is pretty awesome. Um, I got y'all declaring and stuff in here. And then we have our welcome committee that comes and welcomes you, um, right? Welcomes you with some good old, yeah. We dance when you come in. We do the thing. So there's plenty. There's plenty. But if I can help you, if I know it, you know it. You got it. All right. So I'm looking at your chat a little bit. Baby steps. Amen. Business emails included too. Okay. There we go. You feel attacked. Guess away. I'm the destroyer of comfort zones. The Walmart greeter. No, I'm really serious. You eat what you kills. This is such a divine connection for me. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Well, I can't wait to connect with all of you. Okay, I can't wait to connect with all of you. I pray that you will join Mission 500K. It's the members that make the community dope. Like, I do what I do, but you all have such awesome gifts, and really, somebody's waiting for you to show up. And so, being part of the community is just that, it's a community. So, you get to share, you get to, if you're doing something, I'm going to point people to you. My students will tell you that's what I do. Like, if you're doing it, I'm gonna say, hey, call LaShonda. Hey, call Dr. Virginia. She got you. She know that. I don't know that, but I know who. And sometimes I know the who and not the how, and that's just as powerful. Okay, so I gotta go, guys. It has been real spending time with you today, this morning, this week. All right, so I just can't wait to see you in the group. That's all I have, and I am out. Stay connected with us on mission500k.com, or I'm sorry, at mission500k, for our next events and all that stuff. It's always on the website. We keep the stuff updated, and some of you have one-on-ones with me, because if you join for the year, you get a 60-minute one-on-one, so I can point you in the right direction. So some of you have one-on-ones coming up, and we're gonna have a good time. Have an amazing weekend on purpose. Tell somebody what you did today. Post about it. Share it. Something. Hopefully, it's been a blessing to you. God bless. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Thank you. I'm reading in the chat. Super blessed weekend. Yes, same to you guys. Thank you. You are welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. See ya.